Lights go down, the sirens sound. You know what time it is. D-Train. You know what time it is. Steel in our veins and fire in our eyes. When chaos rises, we're the last line. Step in the ring, step into the fight. We keep the order on a Friday night. When the crowd gets loud and the tension's high, you know the Guardians have arrived. We are the silent security detail. Stand your ground or you will fail. When the storm begins to rise, we bring the thunder to the fight. No fear, no backing down. We run this battlefield of SmackDown. When the warning lights reveal, you face it down. Security detail. Security detail.
We are 20 days away from WrestleMania, but tonight the action is going to be hot and heavy in the Steel City. It is Chris Best, Bubba Duke, and Chris Parrish as we are getting ready for SmackDown here for the SmackDown Security Detail. Gentlemen, what are you guys looking forward to tonight?
I just want to see how everything amplifies from last week. Obviously, we're going to hear from Cody Rhodes tonight, or at least we should, as we're seeing Kit Wilson and Jelly Roll. How is that going to play out? And is this exactly what we're going to see, or is that going to expand to something else? And too bad OMD is not here. He could have saw what a Stanley Cup looks like in the modern era, but that's beside the point. What about you?
I'm actually looking forward to this Jelly Roll Kit Wilson situation. That Jelly Roll Kit Wilson thing, I got a feeling it is still going to lead to Jelly Roll in a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and if it's not, I'm okay with it. I mean, I know everybody's wanting celebrity involvement because it's WrestleMania, and I get it. I completely understand of how it's a show that is larger than life, but at the same time, I'm okay with just pro wrestling being the focal point of WrestleMania this year. But at the same time, we Gunther is not being represented right now at WrestleMania. Could maybe Kit Wilson look to say, you know, who's not toxic? The Ring General. And then Jelly Roll gets somebody. It might not be as simple as the Miz and Danhausen as we like to assume. Maybe the Miz and Danhausen do something completely different at WrestleMania. And maybe we see something like an involvement of LA Knight being in the corner of Jelly Roll, maybe going through in the role with Kit Wilson. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there, seeing what hits.
Yeah,
we're looking at.
Go ahead.
So go ahead, Bubba.
I was just gonna say I agree. Like, who knows where Jelly Roll's gonna end up, if he even ends up on WrestleMania. Like, we might just get this little stint and then he's gone again. Would I like to see him at WrestleMania? I mean, sure, why not? The guy's put in his time. He's worked out. He's put his time in. I'd love to see him in an actual wrestling match. But maybe he ends up going against Randy Orton. Who knows? At WrestleMania.
Well, Randy's got Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, have an actual wrestling match, not just those typical celebrity ones.
I mean, and this is the big question. Who is Randy Orton talking on the phone to? I know that we're seeing stuff develop between him and Matt Cardona. And is this really a route, like a ruse? Could Matt Cardona be a guy who aligns himself with Randy Orton in this and saying, look, if it wasn't for Cody Rhodes always playing the politics side or this side, I actually might have been world champion on my first run, and I wouldn't have to go back to the Indies. So could he have done that? He did state on, ironically enough, Cody Rhodes' podcast, saying that there is the heel side of Matt Cardona that he doesn't know if the WWE universe knows, and he would love to explore that one day. Randy Orton is someone that is known to do different things.
Mm-hmm.
And
speak
well
of Randy Orton, here he's coming out now. He's in incredible shape for this phase of his career. He looks like he could go for another 10, 15, 20 years if he wanted right now.
He has stated that he would like to wrestle for another decade.
Well, there you go.
The question is, I don't know if he's going to make it that entire decade.
Well, I mean,
who's going to doubt him?
Or,
I mean, we all know that he has a limited schedule with the WWE. He does have a tendency of kind of going over that. But with WWE not doing as many live events as they used to, superstars, especially on the caliber and at the level of Randy Orton, they don't have to do as much. And a lot of the times, his matches are being savored. He might be there every week, but he's not always wrestling every week. And that can help the career going forward. And many superstars have said this new schedule has allowed superstars to wrestle into their 40s and even later. Look at the AJ Styles, look at the LA Knights, look at the John Cenas, look at the R-Truths. The proof is in the pudding. Look at your world heavyweight champion, CM Punk.
Well, exactly.
And Cody Rhodes, 39 years old.
Yeah, it's definitely this. Like you said, the schedule has definitely given longevity to some of these older wrestlers that would have been at this point too hurt, too sore, too just done with the business to continue wrestling. So I put Randy Orton on, but not on the part-time schedule kind of thing. He is a part-time wrestler because he can talk. So you can build these matches just verbally and have a couple of little skirmishes like we've seen, and then have the match, which really makes you appreciate the guys like Randy Orton that have the ability on the mic.
Well, if he's there every week and he's doing a segment to help further the storyline, he's timer. He's just not working the same schedule that he used to in terms of physical activity, but he is there every week, and you can't knock him for that.
No, that's why I said he's a part-time wrestler, full-time on screen, because he's wrestling part-time. But he's talking now.
Now, as we're hearing from him, is there anybody that you two are specifically going with of who he could have been talking to on the phone, and then randomly mentioning Cody Rhodes' theme song in that wrestling has more than one royal family?
I have this like sneaky down in my gut kind of feeling that I wonder if it's Cody's own brother in his ear.
That would not be applicable, as Dustin Rhodes is currently contracted. And
I know. That's why I said it's like a deep down, I wish it would happen. I know he is. He's sold to the AEW soul. I get it. But what if,
There has been speculation that it could be The Rock, and that The Rock has history of going up against Cody Rhodes, as it was John Cena, who sold his soul to Dwayne Johnson. And if Cody doesn't do it, well, Randy might.
That whole concept would have been good if The Rock would have been around more. But just to come here, I sold my soul to The Rock, and then you totally abandoned the whole story, to me was like, really? What's the point? That's just how I
have what's your thought?
Yeah. I originally went to KO, but I didn't realize that Randy had said there's more than one wrestling family. And obviously Kevin Owens is not necessarily a part of a wrestling family. And then I saw online that Ted DiBiase Jr. teased it, but I don't think it's him for one thing. Um, so as much as I hate it, I am leaning to The Rock as well.
What if it was TB Jr.? Well, here comes interrupting the Viper is one Matt Cardona. He looks mad, so maybe we are going to get that heel side of Cardona.
Well, he's
Well,
mad because he got kicked in the
I know.
broskies and then beat up last week by Randy Orton, who
Oh,
just
now
I
this
no
is
word,
exactly
just-
what you want to see out of Matt Cardona.
yeah, just no words, just walk in straight and decked Randy Orton.
I love the microphone shot to the head. That's awesome. Left a good red mark on his head, too.
I mean, I think that would have been an appropriate time for a little bit of blood,
Right?
some blood skis.
Uh-oh.
All this in Trick Williams right now.
Oh, Trick Williams is getting a match at WrestleMania. Against who?
I would assume Sami Zayn.
Probably.
So
Uh-oh. No Sami Zayn at WrestleMania as of right now.
Haluva kick to Trick incoming.
Yeah,
I mean,
I hope so.
the PPG Pates Marine aside, that'd be pretty well.
Oh, just dax him. Holy.
I mean, one way to knock somebody off the lemon pepper stembers, get them a little bit of a ginger snap hook right there with the right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Knock the watch right off his wrist. Holy.
And now for the Bella Twins.
Glad we're getting this match done with right off the hop.
Everybody, this is a perfect time that if you want to go to turnbucklestudios.org and just spend about 10 to 15 minutes, we'll be okay and understanding. Remember, you can go to just about anything. You can go now and enjoy all the things. Go back and watch some latest episodic shows, as it's probably a lot more entertaining than Nikki and Brie in a ring. But here we are.
Thank you, Mr. Parrish. That was my exact sentiment.
Something just flashed up on that screen there that said WWE Club.
Did it?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll go back and check. No, I didn't see it. Hold on.
Now, since we'll be right back, we might as well give some people a little bit of an idea of what you can see on this good old-fashioned turnbucklestudios.org. And since we have let's just check out all those latest episodic shows in a weekly format, like a weekly calendar.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we go TNA as we brace for Impact at 9 p.m. On Fridays, join us for the SmackDown SecuiryDetail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later that night, we have the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. And please visit turnbucklestudios.org.
That's right. That's our beautiful homepage, turnbucklestudios.org. And if you want to go /shows, you can check out all of our latest episodic shows as we make it that easy. We give you a direct link that if you just click, you're right there. So whether it's a YouTube or whether it's a Spotify, whatever the case may be, you're there. But as long as you're there, as long as you're here, go to whatever Twitch. Hit that follow, hit that subscribe, hit that rate episode, hit that like, hit that share. Share to all your friends, your foes, your frenemies, even the one person that you don't know that lives down the block. If you're a single dude and there's that little girl that, or not little, but like if that's that girl down the street that you're like, I just really want to start a conversation to, share it out. She might be a wrestling fan. If she is, oh, honey bee, she's a keeper. So make sure you share that, everyone. Again, right reference, make sure they're not little. But Bubba Duke, if it's okay with you, I do believe there might be a change to that weekly calendar.
There is. Yeah, no, there is. You're right. After. Go ahead. Were you going to say something? And I just cut you off.
Stay tuned. No, I was just going to say stay tuned because I don't think we have anything official, but we'll let you know.
It's not written in stone, but it's coming.
Chris Best, I do want to ask you a question.
I will try to answer that question.
We've know what I want to see with the women's title, tag team titles at WrestleMania. But what is the most likely? That's a beautiful same jersey that guy was rocking. Just going to point that one out. What would your ideal the women's tag team titles at WrestleMania?
I've been saying a multi-women's tag team match, but I never thought of like what stipulation I want to see. And depending on how many women are involved, I wouldn't mind seeing, and this might be very chaotic, but a tag team women's championship scramble match.
Okay.
Wow. Scrambles match. How many teams would that entail? Just out of curiosity for people that don't know.
Well, the scramble match usually has 5 wrestlers in it, and it's kind of contested similar to Royal Rumble, but it's every like 2-3 minutes another competitor will come in, and you throughout the match the goal is to try and capture the championship and to hold the championship for the remainder of the match. So there's like a time limit. Usually it's like 25 minutes, I think it was. At the end of the 25 minutes, whoever has the championship, they're the champions.
Yeah, so hypothetically, I'll give you a little scenario. Say the 3 of us are going into a scramble match, and Best is a champion going into this match. and I pin you. I'm technically the temporary champion. I'm not an official champion unless that final buzzer hits and I had garnered the last fall. Now, if Best was to pin me, he would then be that temporary champion. And again, the only way Best would be able to retain that title is by being that temporary champion by the end of the match and that time limit. So everybody who gets a pinfall is technically the interim champion or unofficial champion until that final beat. It's an interesting concept. I'm absolutely stumped to why they stopped doing it. I think it was something that they had and they just made it a little convoluted. Maybe it's because they always forced it on the heavyweight titles and they didn't maybe get a little bit specific with the mid card. But I do like that. And in fact, like I personally, I think I would do that for the US title because that would be the best open challenge answer ever.
Right?
But no,
I was going to say, I thought you were talking women's US title. But
any title. You can put that for any. Why do we have to restrict that to the men? Why not do it for the women?
I think the women's US title is very certain of what it's going to be.
Yeah, because right now it's looking a lot like Tiffany Stratton and Giullia for the title.
They're wrestling tonight for the title.
Yeah, and I feel like that they could still do it again at Mania, though.
I feel we're leaving out the one component that's kind of been tickering around there. I think Chelsea Green gets involved, and I do think we end up getting a triple threat.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not lying, that would be cool.
But right
I
now,
do like that idea of that. Sorry, go ahead.
Right now, speaking of multi-women tag team title pictures, I mean, we've got two of the women that I believe will be in that, or two of the teams that I believe will be in that multi-women tag team title match. Given everything that's been going on between these two and Lash Legend and Nia Jax, and now Bayley and Lyra have thrown their name in that hat.
And out they come, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Lash Legend and Nia Jax, now known as the Irresistible Forces. What do you actually like it?
I'm actually really enjoying them as a tag team because Lash Legend is just, I don't know, she's come a long way since coming up to the main roster.
Oh,
and I think it definitely stems from, like, I would dare say go back to that battle royal at Evolution last year. That's where she really started to turn that corner for me.
I would have to agree with that, Mr. Best. When she was in NXT, you could see the rise in her abilities, but since being on the main roster and to a degree being mentored by Nia Jax, who herself, let's not forget, too long ago we were bashing this woman, trying to kick her out of the WWE. But look at her now.
The internet definitely was trying.
I mean, not us personally, but you know what I'm saying. She's come a long way.
Wrestling that knows everything, right?
Oh yeah. The internet people that know what they're doing. Yeah, no.
I think one of the biggest issues, and I think this kind of really factored against Lash and her progress, is that she was one of a kind type of athlete in NXT in the women's division, which is and has always been steep, even if it's not star power deep. It's talent deep, and you could probably have a good Royal Rumble just in the NXT women.
Right.
That's how convoluted that scene is, and I think one of the issues is she stood out with being obviously fairly new to the sport, but also tall, powerful, speed. Like she was a different athlete, and not a lot of people had that experience to work with her. Whereas on the main roster, you do have a lot of that. You see Charlotte Flair in the ring right now. There's Rhea Ripley. There's even Raquel Rodriguez. And to an extent, you can always put her with a ring general like a Natalya, like a Becky Lynch, like a Bayley. and we can get that evolution of her progress done. And I think it just is better for her long term for that. And speaking of what works better, let's just have a fourth in OM Dynamic breaking the wall down and joining the SmackDown Security Detail.
Oh, it's good to be here, gentlemen. How's everyone tonight?
Great. We actually saw Stanley Cups earlier. It was weird.
Okay.
Yeah. They look kind of like that, but like real.
Where's the show from tonight?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yep. While we're talking about the women's division, when Mr. OMD came in, the best part about the main roster women is they all work together, regardless of what's going on. So it's nice to know that she has all these brains to pick from to gain knowledge on to be a better wrestler. We're talking about Lash Legend.
Yep.
Personal opinion on what you think. How is she doing since being on the main roster?
You know what? Once she really debuted that new finisher she's got, she really grew on me. She started growing on me on her time in NXT as well. So I can't say enough positives about her. Say give it another year, and I'm going to put her into the most improved conversation.
Nice. I'm after she does this tag team title run, I'd like to see her maybe have a good 5-6 months on her own, and then put her into like the mid card US title, because that's what's on SmackDown. I would put her in that echelon, give her a run there, see how she does.
Right.
And then sure, why not in a couple years, give her a title shot.
Yeah.
Oh, Alexa was just used as a weapon on both Nia Jax and Lash Legend.
And I'm going to state something that is very critical of what I just saw. And I say this because I think it could have been easily prevented. And that is how long it took for that spot to actually come out. The referee had to come out and literally stop the action. And if you heard that crowd, they went quiet. And that is not a good sign. I don't know why this is becoming a pattern in women tag team matches, but it has to stop. And I do believe that the referee should have just gotten Charlotte to the back and Brie back to their corners. And they should have just directed them away. And then as soon as she got away, Alexa tries to get back in the ring. Then you can do the spot. The fans stay involved. I think that was the big mistake there. Because now you have to get the fans back and just listen right now. They're working. And then you see what Charlotte's doing right now.
And she's trying to get the crowd back into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you just dug yourself a hole in this match.
And that's, like you said, the crowd, and even us guys that don't wrestle anymore, know that once you lose that crowd, it is a beat to get them back into it.
Yeah. And Pittsburgh is a very, very difficult crowd. If you lose them, you're toast.
Danhausen's in the crowd, people.
Sorry,
I had to point them out.
But at the same time, I like that because it is a challenge to these athletes to make sure that they're not making those mistakes. And those are mistakes. Let's not beat around the bush. Those are amateur mistakes. And I'm not going to criticize the workers for doing this, but I'm going to criticize the situation. And all four of these women are way too experienced to make a mistake like that because it can highly affect their match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave my comment about it all to myself because that's a wormhole I don't want to go down.
Yes. So, if I remember correctly, this match is a number one contenders match. So we know that Bayley and Lyra this coming Monday have a tag team title.
This isn't a number one contenders match. It's just a regular tag match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is because the Bellas have cost Alexa and Charlotte a tag team title match, and then Alexa and Charlotte have cost the Bellas a tag team title match. So that's kind of it. Obviously, because it's based around the tag titles, and neither team got a full shot at their title shot, we see the tag team champions there. I would be really intrigued if I saw Lyra and Bayley at all in this, because why wouldn't they?
Right?
Right, yeah.
And that's where I was going to go next, was do we see them next? Is this what becomes of leading to that, as we're expecting, multi-woman tag team title match at Mania?
I mean, it would set it up for that. Why not? I'm a big advocate of the only do it if it's going to contribute to furthering the storyline. As far as like, yeah, we want that multi-women titles match at WrestleMania. If it's not going to further that point, don't do it. Because then you're just getting my hopes up.
And I'm going to further point what I want, and that is the first ever female TLC match for the tag team titles. But if all we're seeing is constant interference in these matches, then obviously a match isn't enough to contain these women. So they would need a stipulation. Yeah. I do think that a TLC, a ladder match type scenario, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because now they can beat each other up with just about anything. And the rightful holders of the tag titles are the ones that are able to take and hold on to them.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that makes my chest hurt. Is she done yet? Oh, my God.
That is why you can look, but you can't feel.
My kid's watching wrestling right now.
Okay.
And she just went, OMG, Charlotte's gear. So my kid is loving the bright pink and the colors.
And Charlotte is putting herself out there saying, if you were to reform DX, I know the taunt.
Yep.
Oh, what a save. So who are we putting this match to get the win? The Bellas, or do you think the Queen of Darkness and the Queen herself can pull it out?
I think
this match gets thrown out.
You think there's going to be interference on D? Is that what you were going to say?
No, I was going to say I was going with Charlotte and Alexa to win, but I do agree with Best. I think this match likely will get thrown out.
Oh, what a punch to the mouth. Who interferes? Is that where we're going with?
Nia
Yeah. I think the right move is to have your tag champions interfere in this match and say,
right there.
Right there.
Right there. The ref didn't see it. Wow.
Oh, and the fellas take it.
Pulled it out.
That was a really slow.
I didn't see that coming.
Was looking at.
The ref was looking but ignored it. Oh, don't read lips. Don't read lips. Ouch.
Well, there you go. Nia's giving the Bellas the push they deserve.
Yeah, out of the ring. Oh, there goes Charlotte's shoulder.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, have these two interfere. We see Bayley and Lyra come out. We know the story there. They're going to have their shot on Monday. The other teams come in. I think by Monday, we'll see this match made official for Mania.
Uh-oh. Oh. Parrish?
Bayley and Lyra right now.
You are not allowed making predictions ever again. Unless we're betting on it.
He can make all the predictions he wants.
Yeah.
Unless we're betting on it.
No, just say, hey, Parrish, you deserve an opportunity to work for the company since you can foreshadow it well. So
Right.
Triple H, if you're listening and if you want me to join your affiliation program, then let me know.
Oh my God. She still lands on her feet. That's the part that scares me. Wow. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 teams we got involved in this now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I want the TLC match, Parrish. I really do.
Where's the other Bella?
Where is? Whoa, Nikki. Charlie just puts her on her butt.
Oh,
That was hilarious.
It looks like one of the trainers is tending to her at ringside, though.
Yeah. Wow. That was intense for a first segment. Not gonna lie.
but for the first time, it seems like we actually have a general idea of where things are going with the tag team titles.
Yes. Now, if what Mr. Best alluded to is correct, and something happens and we can't get Nikki, is there somebody else that you put in with Brie to team with her, or do you go to NXT and
If
find
something
a
is-
team there?
If something is up with Nikki, you take the Bellas out, you put the Kabuki Warriors in.
I see. I have the
That's where you
Kabuki
could
Warriors
put
getting
Chelsea
involved
and
on Monday.
Alba fired.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about Chelsea and Alba Fire? They've been involved in this.
No, they haven't.
No,
Oh no, she's been involved with.
Chelsea's got her broken toe.
It's an ankle, actually.
Mhm.
How dare you? How dare you disrespect the amazing Chelsea Green? You should show some damn allegiance, O1 Dynamic. She is Canadian. You back for what?
But speaking of tag team champions whose path we're not sure about, we got R-Truth and Damian Priest with their tag team titles.
Oh, this is great. Hey, Jelly Roll. Hey, look who it is. Rhea Ripley. Now it's a party. Oh my God, he almost got me.
Oh man. Yep. This is why you can't put Rhea Priest, Jelly Roll, and R-Truth in a segment, because seriousness goes out the window.
Yep.
So if you're Lance Storm, sorry. Just sorry.
Oh my God.
Now, by winning a second tag team title, does this make Damian Priest a Grand Slam champion, or does he still need the Intercontinental title?
Intercontinental title.
Yeah, Intercontinental.
Because back when the Grand Slam was there, it said 2 mid-card single titles. But if you have 2 tag titles,
Right?
anyway,
Mhm.
you're still 4 different champions.
Yeah.
So does the criteria of Grand Slam change now?
I would have to say yes with Parrish on that one.
I asked the real questions.
That's a good. That's a thinker.
I understand where you're coming from, and I like it. But I mean, he's been because he's got both tag titles, the world title, and he's had the.
And he's been
he had the U.S. champion.
He's been the U.S. champion. He's been the U.S. champion.
So, yeah, I would have to agree, but I do think he still needs that Intercontinental, even though he's had the NXT North American title as well. But NXT titles don't count to the main roster.
Well, here, if everybody wants to maybe assist us with that and they don't know how, check out this video.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. Head on over, hit the join button, send us your credentials, tell us how you can help us, how you believe we can help you, and we can sit down as a collective and find the right fit. All of that and so much more, turnbucklestudios.org.
Just give it a little tap, 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 tap-a-roo.
There you go.
So, to kind of pigtail off Chris Bess's question earlier of not knowing or the path of R-Truth and Damian Priest tag title, what do you do for the tag team championship? Do you do something specific as a tag team match, like 2-on-2, or do you do something larger? And who would be the right team to do so?
That's a very intriguing question right now because when Truth and Priest won the tag team titles, it kind of seemed like the finality for who they took the titles off of with the MFT, because it's obvious that the MFT are going to move away from the tag team titles to go against the Wyatt Six. So it's going to be interesting to see where it goes.
See, and I was going to go a step further. I do agree with you on we're going to get the MFTs and the Wyatt Six. But do you put Priest and Truth into that and have Uncle Howdy team with Eric Rowan against Solo and maybe Tala, and then have Gacy and Loomis versus Priest and Truth versus Tama and Tongaloa?
No, because I really do think that because they've moved them away from the tag titles. I think the Wyatt Six MFT feud is more about the Lantern than it would be about the tag titles.
Right, which is something we've always believed here. So, I mean, do you bring them back into that then, say, after Mania when the finality for the Lantern is done?
It's so weird because right now it does seem like it's just not clear. Bubba, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, who's aside from the MFT and the Wyatts, do we not have other tag teams within SmackDown that we could put right there with them?
I got it.
Yeah, there's
Bobby
some.
Stats, and I will challenge Damian Priest and R-Truth for the tag team titles
There you
at
go.
WrestleMania.
Mhm.
Get it on, boys.
Well, I was going to say we've got that sort of emerging team with the Miz and Kit Wilson.
That's still too young to put them up for the titles yet.
Yeah,
But
there's still the
they
Motor
could go
City
against
Machine
other
Guns.
teams.
There's
There you go.
There's the Machine
Right.
Guns. The Street Profits are still.
Right.
We still haven't seen the Street Profits. There's
So why can't we have the Street Profits say, listen, we've been sitting back long enough. We want our title shot. And have them go against, have a feud with the Profits. And the Motor City Machine Guns.
Bobby Stats is mentioning Fraxium. Plus, R-Truth and Damian Priest have also been kind of having their troubles with Berto and Garza as well.
There you go. So there's teams right there that they could face. That you could, between now and WrestleMania, you could build a feud. Go ahead, Parrish.
Why
Sorry.
not have a gauntlet match to determine number one contenders, or not even a gauntlet match? Do something different. Have like an elimination. Do like a 4-corner tag team elimination match. You can have Fraxium on one side, the Machine Guns on one side. Maybe that's where you can have the returning Street Profits come in.
Excuse me.
And then you can look at that fourth. Whoever wins are your new number one contenders and will receive a shot against Damian Priest and R-Truth at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave the Wyatts and MFTs out of this and basically say whatever team wins out of that, you would assume maybe they got next after WrestleMania.
Exactly.
And even through that, let's say the Profits can't do it. You could even bring in a team from AAA to come up and take part in that matchup as well.
Right, we totally forgot about AAA. Thank you, Best. I completely forgot about that option.
You could even bring up like a Hank and Tank out of NXT, who don't seem to have a lot going on down there.
Yeah,
there's options. There's what my point is there's options other than those two groups to put in for the title shot.
Oh yeah.
And having a basically an elimination gauntlet match, whatever, for the number one contendership to face these gentlemen at WrestleMania is perfect. The Hardys, no.
I mean, if you were to say we need to find an opponent to face R-Truth and Damian Priest, what a pop would that be?
It's the Hardys. You're going to get the place going to blow the roof off. If you don't announce who's going to be in this thing, just have them come out. And then, boom, the Hardys are the fourth team to come out.
So it'd be a lot like WrestleMania 30. It'd be a lot like WrestleMania 33 where nobody knew that the Hardys were going to come back. 33. Yeah. 34 was in New Orleans.
Oh, we got Mommy out here on a stick.
33 was, yeah.
Yeah. You say New Orleans, I'm just like, who that? But just do the Bunny from Adam Rose's group and then bring in Bad Bunny and you just confuse the living crap out of R-Truth.
Oh my God.
Have Danhausen as the manager. One's very good, one's very cool.
Wow.
Rabbit House.
Well, Mommy's on fire. She wants to kick some butt.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a Meech and Rhea Ripley match right now.
Well, she just made an open challenge. Who's going to come out and get their butt kicked?
You want to just put over a match? B Fab would be the one.
Yeah, right. Is it the champ coming out here? Yeah, the champ's coming out.
Well, B Fab and Michin did join Jade Cargill last week on SmackDown.
Oh, did they?
It's not surprising that they would all come out to maybe Jade's theme.
No, it's just so far it's just Jade. Who is looking like a black bear at the moment. Oh, there's the other two ladies.
Mhm.
Wow.
All right, let's in the chat, only chat. Let's think. Perfect name for this group. Let us know.
Ooh.
Looks like Pittsburgh is bringing in a frozen empire of booze towards B Fab. All right, I kind of like this. You're giving B Fab and Michin a sense of direction and a sense of purpose, and you're seeing the confidence grow just when they talk.
Oh, B Fab stepping out.
This would be a perfect opportunity for Jade to get heat and cost Rhea Ripley a match against B Fab. Now, if you want to talk about shocking, B Fab getting a win over Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting a match right now.
Oh, little Flair's running to the ring. There you go. There's the ref. They're about to get it on like Donkey Kong.
Yes, they are. But I got to believe that we don't know a lot about where she stands. I know what we're hearing, but I personally tend not to believe that. I think this is leading to a Bianca Belair return at WrestleMania to assist Rhea.
Oh man, what if Bianca comes back and joins this trio? How dominant could that be?
Right?
With that turn, you think she's coming out to help Rhea, but she's really there for Jade.
Yeah.
I mean, think about like the Nation of take a story out of Best Playbook and take it back to Nostalgic Valley. We all did not expect The Rock to turn heel and join the Nation of Domination, but he did, and it made a lot of sense. This could be a very similar pathway for Bianca Belair, especially if the Street Profits were to come back as a heel group. You might want to keep the continuity between them there.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of good for Bianca Belair. She's been on the babyface train for what, 5-6 years now?
Yep.
Yeah, and a lot of us do reminisce about when she was a heel in NXT. And she was fantastic there.
That was at the beginning of her stage too.
Mhm.
She is 10 times the performer now.
Right?
So what damage could she do as a heel now?
Yeah.
But
Would it then make sense if you turn Bianca heel, you keep the belt on Jade? Do you then move Jade into the women's US title picture and Michin and B Fab into the women's tag title picture?
maybe after WrestleMania. I would do it after WrestleMania for sure.
Yeah, and see, that's how you
Especially if
can.
we get babyface champions coming out of it.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's how you can build to a possible even Bianca Jade match like a year down the road. Because let's face it, both those women, they're alpha females, and they're going to want to have a power struggle over who leads the group. And it would be just like when The Rock joined the Nation and kicked Farouk out.
Yeah, except I just don't see them kicking Jade Cargill out. I don't think she's. I think she's doing some of her best work right now as
Mhm.
a heel champion. And yes, you can criticize her for maybe not defending the title, but as a heel champion, why would you defend the title? It's not like
Yeah.
Roman Reigns got the same criticism, and he defended the title every time that you just needed a rating boost during the pandemic.
Yep.
Mhm.
Literally.
So I mean, I think if we're just seeing the growth out of Jade Cargill, she's really stepped into the role of being a leader of a group, and right now, it seems like it's already enhancing our perception of B Fab and Michin as not only individuals but as a unit.
As we
And
just
who
saw that
wasn't shocked
vicious drop kick
last
from Rhea
week?
Ripley. Right? But that kind of reminded me of like when B Fab and Michin did it, it kind of reminded me of the way Mustafa Ali showed himself to be the leader of Retribution against the Hurt Business.
I still think they could have done a lot more with that group if they wanted to.
Oh, they could have, absolutely.
Well, it's the end of that match. Yeah. You've seen this coming.
And I kind of like that in a weird way because it doesn't need to be anything about a match. It saves BFAB from taking another loss, which really doesn't help her case in any way. But the focus is definitely this title match.
22 days away from WrestleMania, and we're getting this. Like, yes, please. Who comes up to save Rhea or help Rhea? Anybody? Nobody? Or we don't play that card yet?
No,
I don't know
not
if I
yet. We don't
would.
play that card yet.
Because Rhea's kind of a one-man army. She normally can handle this situation on her own. I mean, clearly right now she's not, but
Well, and we know
but
just
because this is a new
whether it's go ahead.
but because this is a new group, you want to showcase their dominance, and what better way than to take out Rhea Ripley?
That's true.
Yeah, and then if you go back to even the Bloodline when it was just the Usos and Roman Reigns, or even if it was Solo in his group, they had these end of the shows where they would just be down with the number game, and you would say who's going to come down, and it's nobody. And the whole point was just to garner the heat and get fans to boo them. And I can see maybe just the same approach here.
Here's the Miz, and yep.
There's Mayor's the bottom of her shoe look nasty.
Yeah, his shoe looks pretty weird.
I almost walked into the light. You're cursed.
The title of this show is perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, we might not be able to sell the hot selling Danhausen t-shirt like WWE shop.com can, but if you go to turnbucklestudios.org/shop, you can get some shirts of other shows like the Boar's Nest, like Saturday Night's Gaming, like the Locker Room, or even you can just get a Tap shirt, Turnbuckle Studio shirt, or anything else. So go to turnbucklestudios.org/shop and watch this video while you do so.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And once again, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. TurnbuckleStudios.org is the home of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. And head on over to our shop by clicking the link on the website. Support your favorite shows. Support your favorite podcasters. Wear what we wear. All of that and so much more at TurnbuckleStudios.org.
Now, let's have a game. You're cruising on turnbucklestudios.org/shop. Oh, I'm dynamic. What's the first thing you're buying?
I'm going to buy myself a Turnbuckle Studios shirt, and of course, I'm going to buy myself a Locker Room Breakdown t-shirt.
Chris Bass, what are you buying?
I'm not buying any shirts or anything like that, but I'm going to purchase the other merchandise that we have there, whether it's a throw pillow or something like that, possibly with my show, Saturday Night Gaming, on it.
Bubba Duke, care to answer?
Yeah, I'm getting a phone case with my logo on it for the Boar's Nest. And I'm thinking I might get a giant comforter with the Turnbuckle Studios logo on it.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yourself, Mr. Parrish.
Getting it all, just like everyone else should. No. I think, just to add the decor, wouldn't mind getting, a throw pillow just like yourself. Wanted to maybe I'll get one of those notepads and some always throwing around crazy predictions. I might as well write them down so they're at least saved in the file. But I wouldn't mind one of those nice, comfortable Turnbuckle Studios, just over the neck hoodie. Doesn't need to be zipped up, just need to be comfortable. Got that newborn, they don't like the zippers, so gotta make sure I get the zipperless hoodie.
Nice. Yeah, there's so much product that you can get any one of our logos on, to be honest. I went through it, and yeah, some of the things I was like, really? We can put a logo on that? All right. Like, we can get decals, stickers, tags made for your suitcase. Like, there's everything that you can put any one of our logos on. It's great.
Yeah. This is powered by redbubble.com, so we definitely appreciate them for the working support. And thank you, Bobby, for subscribing and liking the video on YouTube. Much appreciated. And anybody else watching, please, if you haven't done so, we encourage you to do so because it does help the channel. That definitely helps us going long run, and we can't grow without your assistance. So please show some support, like, follow, subscribe, Turnbuckle Studios, and all the platforms. As we're now getting a recap of what just happened last Friday on SmackDown between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu.
Yes, in what was initially supposed to be a match booked for last week, we saw this just devolve right off the bat into utter anarchy throughout the show.
Yep.
So, thank you, Bobby, for those kind words. We greatly appreciate you, and thank you for coming in as always.
Now, I'm not going to lie, as much as I've been clamoring over maybe WWE to move away from this career kill, I would like them to get away from this I'm mad, I don't get my way, I quit personality out of Drew McIntyre.
Right.
At some point, just overkill and maybe done a little too much. He is far too good to be a perceived crybaby. But at the same time, what I do want to see is I just want to see more of what we saw last week. If Drew's going to escalate the situation, then I want to see it maybe an unsanctioned match between these two that could only lead to something official or something a little bit more.
Las Vegas
Let's
Street
just say
Brawl. The only thing about this part of the segment that killed it for me was there was no like sparks and firework kind of thing like they fell into somewhere that really is going to hurt them.
You know what though?
Well,
I
they
was
weren't
okay
in
with that
production.
because it gets overdone. Whereas you
You
don't
have
get
garbage.
something like them coming off of a giant billboard.
Ooh, there's Drew McIntyre.
I
Limping.
mean, they probably just bought a bunch of Turnbuckle Studio throw pills that they got at turnbucklestudios.org/.
Probably. It's smart to be here.
I mean, I said it last week with these two. If the arena can't contain them, well, we're going to need something that can contain them. And I personally wouldn't mind if these two went at it inside Hell in a Cell.
And just to kind of feed your ego a little bit, because, well, one, who doesn't like that when it happens? That's been something that's been on the web as of late, is that could be the match we see at WrestleMania. So, well, you and I need to stop hanging out because we are we might as well just book the show and write the show ourselves.
Right?
Hey, it's Jelly Roll. No, you should pay, man. Miss that guy, Toby Keith.
He started to come out to one of his songs, and then he just asked, "Hey, could I come out to something else?" And then he chose not to be a shell of his own product and do something completely different. I kind of respect it.
Yep.
Yeah. Plus, he had a whole lot of respect for Toby as well.
Song.
There you go, Bobby.
Yep.
You booked the Turnbuckle Studio crew to produce WWE product.
Now, out of curiosity, would you think about having Britney Spears perform Kurt Wilson out to the ring with the song Toxic?
100% I would.
Yeah, I actually like that idea.
I was like, I want to say no, but that makes so much sense.
I just want to go, no, that's a stupid idea, but it's money.
Yep.
That's yeah, no, that was, you can't say no to that, dude. As much as I want to, I can't.
Or at the very least, you get whoever did his theme song and they perform it live.
Whatever. Either way.
Like,
Is this a match they're having?
Yeah. Hey, he's got a new poem book. It was blue last week. Seems like he has one for every to fit his gear.
Toxic. There's the old sneak attack again.
No.
Yeah, Jelly's like, screw this, let's just fight.
Now, do we see Kit Wilson lose this because he was cursed by Danhausen?
Well, yeah.
It's very possible.
How the leg drop right on the Gibby. Ouch.
Should Kit Wilson call one of his moves a toxicology report?
Right? I love it.
Oh, we got some vintage. Some
Dusty going on there.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, and Jelly's like, get back over that top rope.
Right?
The crowd chanting Jelly Roll. This is epic, dude.
Oh, Kit's got that book again.
Now, the one thing
Now,
Kit Wilson and his partner were known for and pretty deadly. We were having those innovative turnarounds in matches, and we saw one of those there. What were you saying, OMB?
well, I was going to say, we already touched on, does Kit Wilson lose this match because of Danhausen? But does The Miz maybe come out to provide added motivation? Then we get Danhausen to come out there and enforce the curse on both of them.
I mean, Danhausen's already in the crowd watching. He's right there at the top of the screen. Again, if it furthers the storyline to get to WrestleMania, OMD, I'm 100% behind it. Otherwise, don't do it.
I mean, as long as it develops a story. I mean, I don't think everything we're seeing is going to be on WrestleMania.
No.
There's going to be some things that just aren't at WrestleMania.
Yeah, like I think you could do, if you're going to go with, let's say we go to Kit Wilson and The Miz versus Jelly Roll and Danhausen. I think you do that on the Friday before WrestleMania.
I mean, I don't think Jelly Roll is coming back not to be on WrestleMania, but I'm just saying in general, like, I don't think everything we're seeing is going to be there, but if Jelly Roll is your celebrity edition to WrestleMania, that would be the one I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I think we're at a point now where I don't want to see Bad Bunny. I don't want to see any NBA players. I don't want to see Tom Brady.
I'm with you there.
I want Jelly because, number one, we all know his story.
You're hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry. where's my sandwich? No, I'm just kidding. But he's put the time in to learn the crap. Like, look at he's doing Dusty Road, man. Like, who could get away with doing that other than a guy that's been chubby that knows how to wrestle now? Like, come on.
Well,
And
Jelly
let's
Roll
not
wanted
forget-
to be
Everybody knows.
Jelly Roll
and let's
wanted
not
to be a
for-
pro wrestler before he even became a musician.
Best was going to say something. Go ahead, Best.
And let's not forget Jelly Roll's music. Yeah. Let's not forget Jelly Roll's music is very topical right now because he did win a Grammy Award this year. So it's
Not
a
one.
huge
He
deal
won
to put
3.
him on WrestleMania.
Sorry, I didn't mean to overstep you there, Mr. Best, but he did win 3, not 1.
Did say
But yeah,
Grammy
he's-
Awards, but you didn't listen.
I mean, Owen Hart would definitely say something to somebody said, you only won one Grammy. He'd be like, no, two times.
I'm wearing my own Owen Hart shirt tonight. Oh, what a mess. Holy cow, Jelly Roll kicked out of that.
And Jelly Roll might
Yeah,
also
what's the
be the
rate?
first. Jelly Roll might also be the first celebrity, though, who didn't win their first match in wrestling as well.
Yeah, that is true. And he did say it didn't win because it wasn't in the cards. It didn't make sense. Plus, it gives me a reason to come back. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Jelly Roll to chokeslam in the win. Look at this surprise on his face.
He's acting like he just won the WWE Championship.
Dude, but to him, having a win in WWE is like winning the title for him. It's been a childhood dream that, honestly, at one point he thought was never going to happen. Let's
That
be
was the
honest.
other role. I'd stop covering a guy with your shoulders close to the mouth, though. Just saying. Just saying.
Who's this young man? Is that his son? Yeah, that's his
probably
boy.
his son.
Very well could be. Is that the?
I didn't
that
recognize him
Peanut
at
Butter Boy?
first. Oh, that's hilarious.
Wait,
Oh, Matt Cardona pumping up.
oh. Poor Matt Cardona. That wrist injury.
Yeah. Huh. Let's see if I can get my tickets off
Your
TikTok.
opinion about Raw and SmackDown giving you that play-by-play about like what's going on the other show?
I don't mind it. Because given the time of the year it is, we want to know what's going on, who's all going to WrestleMania, who's all involved in what storylines to get there. So it's nice to know, hey, we're going to give you a little update on what's going on over on Raw, because that's just as important as what's going on here. Because who knows? We could have a whole shakeup where all the titles from one show end up on the other, and vice versa. The whole roster gets dumped and everyone gets stripped of who knows? So it's nice to know what's going on with each character that's on their way towards that big show. And even if they're not going to make it, it's still nice to know this is the story that's going on over there.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, I kind of want to see this as a year-round thing. Like even after WrestleMania, I want to see like on SmackDown be like, oh, this is what you missed on Raw. Tune in Monday night to find out what happens next. And even on Raw, do the same thing for SmackDown.
This is something that we have seen on a regular basis, not just during WrestleMania season. And I know for us, it's a lot easier. I know for the American audience where they have to have, Netflix for Raw, USA Network for SmackDown. That's where this is a benefit. For everybody else internationally, you can just go back and check out what happened on Raw, and they offer a 10-minute recap. I don't know about SmackDown. So I don't think it's necessarily needed, though I don't mind it. Because they cover the highlights. They're not going through every little detail.
Whoa, that's expensive. Not that rich. On a side note, I just scanned that QR code that came up, and every show that WWE has between now and the end of the year, they give you the option to buy your tickets. They even have AAA availability in there. So if you want to go to Mexico, you can buy your ticket there and go down to Mexico to where they have the shows for AAA and you get in. Little side note. Thought I'd check that out for everybody. But I'm not buying a priority pass or any ticket for WWE for a hot minute. Because that is expensive for my blood. Plus, I don't have a passport, so can't get into the States right now anyway. Or Mexico for that. Commercial break, eh? So, are we expecting, I'm going to ask everybody this, night 1, WrestleMania, night 2, WrestleMania, Saturday and Sunday, are we expecting a lot of title changes, or do we see a lot of people retaining their titles? How do you feel that's going to go?
I think there's going to be a fair amount of championship changes. I wouldn't say a lot, but right now with the way the championship matches are shaping up, it's really hard to make a prediction on who could take those titles.
Yeah.
Or any one of those championships.
No, I am predicting a fair bit of title changes. I don't think every single title is changing.
Yeah, you don't see a full system shake up, just a little bit. Okay, biggest question is our heavyweight title. Sorry, go ahead, Parrish. I didn't give you your chance.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to join the conversation, please.
Nope.
But I mean, I think it really all depends on, do we see this as do we see these title matches as matches in the story that are going to be the conclusion of the story, or do we see them as maybe like with last year with John Cena and Cody Rhodes? It was just a chapter of their story. So are we going to see something like that? Does the title change mean something grander in that sort of play? I mean, I think we got to look at it in that scenario. Like for Becky and for AJ Lee, I'm almost now at the point where I don't expect that title to change hands, and I do expect that story to be completely over with at the end of the day. So it's really hard because there are ones I would say are definitely locks, but at the same time, it's WWE, it's WrestleMania. Did anybody have Io Sky walking out of that triple threat match last year with the championship? I would say probably not. A lot of people probably had Bianca Belair as she was undefeated going into WrestleMania, or Rhea Ripley because she is by far the biggest star. I think it's very hard to predict, as I think now WWE is understanding how to sway the curve in a favor that suits not only the fans, but also their creativity.
Okay.
Yeah. I felt like last year with the Io Sky match, I did predict Io to win. I felt like I was in the minority on that one.
I think you were the only one out of the group of the five of us that had any inkling she was going to walk out with that title, to be honest. But speaking of titles, the one we're seeing here now, our tribal chief going against the straight edge superstar, CM Punk. Now, how do we feel, number one, going into this match as to who's going to win?
I'm not making a prediction on this one, but I'm just going to say I'm excited about it.
Okay. I can respect that.
I am anxious for this match, but I do have Roman walking out with the title.
Okay.
Thanks to some interference from his cousin and member of the board of TKO, Dwayne Johnson.
Okay, so you think Johnson's getting involved. Parrish, how are you feeling about this match and where it could go?
Most deserving night 2 main event match. This is by far two of the biggest names in the company right now. And people can say, what about Cody Rhodes? What about Cody Rhodes? I think he completely has his own reason why he's considered one of the top draws in the company. I don't think there's any dispute that. But right now, CM Punk, and I saw this as on X just the other day, of which champion in WWE do you think is running the company right now, has the company on its back? And I believe it is CM Punk right now. I do believe he's carrying that title the exact way we want somebody to carry that title, doing some of the best work, and his mic work every single week is keeping you invested and making you care. And that's allowing Roman Reigns to do just the right amount that he's doing right now to just make it interesting. We still have 21 days before that's happened. So you want to see what they can do and what they will do moving forward. They have you on every single word that they speak with one another. And because of that, it is, in my eyes, one of the best stories and one of the best feuds going on. And I don't think CM Punk's losing the championship, because just like Rhea Ripley, it's quite funny that I'm seeing a 3-on-1 over a championship right now with Jade, B Fab, Michin against Rhea. Right now it's Usos and Roman against CM Punk. Usos do have a title defense on Monday against Logan Paul and Austin Theory. So are they tag champions by WrestleMania? We'll find out then. But if they lose those titles, with how much we saw Roman and Jay kind of spit at each other, and we saw Jay direct Roman to do something, what if Jey Uso turns on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? And we finally get Jey Uso taking the tribal chief title away from Roman Reigns, and maybe, just maybe, we never thought we'd saw Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis. What happens if The Rock actually gets Jey Uso? And what happens if Randy Orton and Jey Uso are in cahoots? And what if it's Jey Uso as the talking point coming out of WrestleMania, and CM Punk would then be champion, and then you can go back into another story. I think Seth Rollins and him can definitely finalize what they had. I'm just throwing out something completely different and something that would make everyone go, oh, that's interesting. I want to see what happens.
See, and I like where you're coming from with that. I do also, I know I predicted The Rock to help Roman get the title. I have Cody selling his soul at WrestleMania to The Rock. And then you go back to that comment at Survivor Series of this is the last time we ever team. Now you're putting the belts on both of them, and you're adding to wrestling has more than one royal family.
Huh. Very interesting takes on it for sure. Like, it could go any way.
And that's the beauty of that one comment, though, and that one phrase: wrestling is more than one royal family.
Right.
Because we don't know if we were wasn't it McMahon's? Was it the Ortons? Is it the Samoan dynasty? Is it anybody else. Like, could it be Pillman? As we know, Lex King is just right there. We got the birthright in NXT right now. Except for his stats, all members of a second or third generation type of wrestlers. We have Uncle Howdy, who is a multi-generational wrestler. So
Yep.
It's
even down in
open.
Even down in the PC, Marie Malenko just signed a WWE contract. Dean Malenko's daughter.
And AJ Styles is flat out saying his son's training to be a wrestler.
Then let's
And
not
so are
forget,
Tatanka's kids, as I read yesterday.
yes,
Yep.
as is Aurora Rose McMahon or Aurora Rose Levesque.
I want you to say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, right? Come on.
As
Good
is
luck.
the Undertaker's kids.
That's interesting.
So this is really open for dialogue there and open for
It very much
a
is.
lot.
Yes.
So, but man, I'd have to think something bigger than what we're seeing is out there, because last year what we saw when we got closer into the match, we saw that Paul Heyman was definitely turning on Roman Reigns. That was the big one.
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people necessarily will saying, I see him and Seth Rollins right from the get-go of that. I think things got a little bit more clear-cut as we got towards it, but it was still something that you had to. John Cena turning, as much as people could see it happening, pun intended, it was something you still had to witness to believe.
Totally.
If The Rock said, look, Roman, you're always finding ways around facing me at WrestleMania. Everything was always about where you wanted to go. Jey Uso got tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's not about Roman Reigns anymore. It's about Jey Uso. He is the new heir to the tribal chief throne. I'm intrigued, and now you're making Roman Reigns just larger of a draw, and you don't need to put a championship around him unless it's tied around Jey Uso.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, wow.
Because we all know Jimmy's taking some time off. So
Well, yeah,
do
he's
something
taking
with
time.
Jey.
True.
Yeah, but right now
Who's
we're
going
about
to
to find out
answer?
who
Sorry, go ahead.
we're going to find out who's going to be challenging Carmelo Hayes right now for the United States Championship here.
That's
Williams.
exactly where I was going.
It'd be funny
Who'd you
if it's just
pick?
Giullia again.
Watch Danhausen come out and take it.
Be interesting if it was like Tamatonga, though.
Right? Sami Zayn. Well, he's going to get himself a WrestleMania match. It's the way to do it.
I mean, it was Sammy who started this current incarnation of the U.S. Open Challenge.
Yes, it was.
I like
don't
how
think-
we went from talking Jey Uso, and now we are running it back with the U.S. Open
Right.
Challenge.
I see what you did there. Bubba didn't, but I did.
I did. Reference to Uso. Oh, excuse me. I don't think Mello was expecting Sami Zayn to answer the call, but he looks pumped. Whoa, why'd the lights go
What
out?
I do like about this Open
When the
Challenge
lights
is
are
that
out.
ooh, Rick Williams,
Why is Trick Williams
Yep.
here?
because he got punched
Because
by
he's got
Sami
issues
Zayn.
with Sammy.
Because Sami Zayn,
I know, but
Yeah, Sammy beat him up earlier.
Oh, how ironic would it be if Carmelo gets help from Trick Williams?
it is way too bright.
I mean, this is probably where we're leading to with Trick, because all we know is Nick always said Trick Williams has a match at WrestleMania. He never said against who, though.
Is it Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. title?
Sami Zayn for the U.S. title.
Unless he has just a match against the U.S. champion, whoever it is. Then how ironic would it be if it's one of either Carmelo Hayes, where we all know the story with them, or the person he currently is in a story with, and Sami Zayn does the upset tonight.
Right? But we've also been seeing Sammy become unhinged backstage, especially as it relates to Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and we know that Alistair has been trying to get into Sammy's head as well. Do we get that unhinged Sammy if he loses and he snaps?
I'm not sure about that, but I think with all those moving parts you mentioned there, this is where we could lead to a multi-man match for the U.S. title.
Let's talk about it.
No.
Well, and then when you add these, like the two in the ring, Trick Williams, Alistair Black, you got to put in Ilya Dragunov in that conversation.
Yep.
You got 5 right there. It just, like, the dogs are going crazy over the idea. So if you were to throw in any more, would you, or are we looking at maybe a U.S. title in that ladder match role? And Bobby's coming in with Tama
I would be
Tonga.
okay with that.
You could very well say Tama Tonga, Shinsuke Nakamura, because those two are heavily connected.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, too, to bunk off what Bobby's saying. Tama Tonga's been teasing a shot at the U.S. title for how many months now?
I mean, that has kind of softened as of late, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And did he not open or challenge for the U.S. title during the Open Challenge?
I think
he did.
But I don't recall.
But it was also because Solo was the guy who lost the U.S. title, I believe, to Sammy, who lost it to Dragunov, who lost it to Mello. But we also know that there's whatever's going on with Shinsuke and Tama in the back that we don't know because that hasn't come to anything yet.
You know, we see Penta on there, and yeah, Ray Phoenix is another guy I would consider putting in that group as well. And that's just it. Like there's a lot of people that you can fill in this match, and it could be very intriguing to watch because the one thing that we know for sure with the Open Challenge, anybody could be a part of it.
Right?
What if you just make the Open Challenge a WrestleMania-sized Open Challenge?
Right? I mean, let's not forget, we also had El Hijo de Dr. Wagner show up for the U.S. Open Challenge.
And this is where, like, even at WrestleMania, you can have somebody surprise everybody and show up. And this is where maybe you fit Royce Keys into the situation.
You could, from what I'm understanding, Royce Keys might be a Raw or SmackDown after Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I would love it if Royce Keys was a Seth Rollins pick to be part of his fight against the Vision. Imagine if where we're going, Seth Rollins picks Royce Keys and Obafemi, as Obafemi's going up against a Paul Heyman guy and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Yep.
You can have Royce Keys be your Bronson Reed counterpart. Maybe pick Fraxium, as he has history with Nathan Frazier, as he is the trainer to Nathan Frazier, to go up against Austin Theory and Logan Paul. And then him and Braun Breaker right there. Come on, do that at War Games.
Right.
They still haven't picked who the showcase of the Hall of Fame is, eh?
I think it's AJ and Stephanie right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how you can really choose between the two. I think maybe the company may say, oh, yeah, it's hard not to pick Stephanie McMahon for what she's done. Remember, she has prolonged AJ Styles in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
But also the pro wrestling lovers, the ones who love the pro wrestling side of things. And Bobby is right. Leon Slater has shown up for an open challenge before as well. But I think AJ Styles might be the fans' main event, whereas maybe Stephanie McMahon is the company's main event.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if Stephanie says in full humility, like, yes, my husband is the chief content officer. Sure, I've contributed this, but AJ delivered a lot more in the ring. Let's make him the headline.
I do think that they will close with AJ Styles. I do think they will close.
Yeah,
with
I
AJ
think
Styles.
they open with Steph and close with AJ.
I mean,
Yeah, and then you put Demolition in the two legacy inductees that have been announced so far, because Bad News Brown was announced the other day.
Yep.
To join the legacy wing alongside Psycho Sid.
Nice. Well, that was incredible. Wow.
That was a beautiful drop kick by Carmelo Hayes.
What the height on this thing? Like, he went above his head to get that kick.
Just the precision, too.
Wow.
That was just impeccable timing on both men.
I mean, it's no secret. Carmelo Hayes is doing some of his best work since coming up to the main roster. And I think for a lot of people, you saw him naturally as the heel, but he has really stepped into a comfort zone as this babyface champion for the United States title. I'm kind of at that point where at first I was happy that he just had something to do. Now it's something that I'm very much not wanting to see end. It's something that I saw very much with Damian Priest with the World Heavyweight Championship, that I was not ready for Damian Priest to lose the title. And I think I'm right there with Carmelo Hayes in the United States title now.
Yeah. Well, and I go back to Melo on NXT when Melo was a heel, it became the champion as a heel, but then organically got himself over by constantly delivering the match of the night. And now you see it, this U.S. Open Challenge is consistently the match of the night.
Yeah, and the big question I have is, once you move Melo away from the title, how do you keep his momentum up?
I think that's where you finally get into like a really big feud, and maybe you go as easy as Trick Williams because the fans know. But I think that's where you gotta do a true evaluation of where you see Carmelo Hayes on your roster. Are you going to put him up in that position to be maybe a sniffing around the main event? Who would be that heel you put him with? Really, you're not going to put him with The Miz. You're not going to put him with one of those acts. You're not going to put him with Kit Wilson. I don't think that does much for his growth. But Trick Williams might be that right person.
Yeah.
Unless you look at somebody like a Drew McIntyre.
Does Mello become the guy to potentially get those celebrity matches and be the guy calling out all of the celebrities? Whether it's a Bad Bunny, whether it's Jelly Roll, when it comes time for these big shows. And no, I did not.
Because that would really put him in a rut, and that's kind of what they did with The Miz.
And I did not mean for the pun in reference to the Big Show, who was the celebrity fighter at the main shows.
I mean, yeah, but at the same point, Damian Priest's stock went up globally with a match against Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico. So I think it really depends. It really depends on the situation. I think that's why it's very similar. I don't think anybody expected Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn to be the hit that it was at WrestleMania.
Right?
So
yeah, that match was a lot better than it should have been.
yeah, I mean, we're really kind of in a position where it's going to be very difficult to understand. But I mean, the one thing about WWE is they have answers to these questions. We might not think that they do, but they do. Who's to say that maybe Melo gets traded to Raw? Maybe you put him up against a dirty Dom Mysterio,
right?
Or maybe you go and just say, look, we want you and Aleister Black to help up bring each other up. Or maybe this is who Sami Zayn goes unhinged against.
Depending on his availability, if we get that return of Chris Jericho, and like I said, I have that for a Raw after Mania. But what if it's the SmackDown after Mania? Would Melo and Jericho be a good feud?
I would say this. If you're bringing Chris Jericho back, he can't miss Raw. You totally have to do the Raw's Jericho one more time.
Yeah.
And he should be your free agent. He should not be exclusive to a brand. But yeah, if he's coming back as a heel, he would be great. He'd be great.
What about
if Cody Rhodes does turn heel?
Yeah, that's true.
That would be a good test for Carmelo.
What if put Carmelo Hayes up against the young guy there? He says he's bouncy all the time.
Javon Evans.
Oh,
Javon. They had a bit of a back and forth. That would help the young fella, help him, Carmelo stay relevant. Have a little feud there.
Yeah, that would be a short-term thing with, you'll get a match or two throughout the coming years, but it's not going to be a prevalent, long-standing rivalry.
Didn't Javon answer the U.S. Challenge one week as well?
Yes, he did. To Sami Zayn.
I think it was one of the beginning ones.
Yeah, it was Sammy.
Yeah, I know. It was. I know Leon Slater answered it against Carmelo.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be another spot to put Carmelo as well. Why not go for the X Division title? for a little bit. Go over there and have some fun. Oh my God, that was almost 3. Sammy just kicked out.
Yep.
Wow.
I kind of want to see him do that springboard backwards leg drop, and Sammy turns into a blue thunderball. Now I just want to see that.
That would be cool. But again, how would you feel if he did that, guys? Went to TNA for a couple of feuds and got the X Division title.
Do you really want to see another?
I think it'd be
WWE
intriguing.
over TNA and grab a title.
True.
I don't hate the fact if he goes over there and does something, but I mean, we look at Trick Williams, and you can be the first one to say, but I think that TNA title run made Trick Williams the draw he is right now.
100%.
Speaking
I
of
hated
Trick,
it,
he's,
but it worked.
Trick is taking off with the U.S. title right now.
Yes, he is.
And his elf
He also has
shoes.
a microphone.
I didn't think that
Is
was a
that a
microphone. I
microphone?
thought that was a drink.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like an energy drink or a thermos of some kind.
It's a shaker cup.
Oh, come on. Sammy wins right here. The Luba kick and then the pin.
He's doing what Cody had told him to do.
This is how he gets to WrestleMania. He's going to have to take on Trick
Yeah.
Williams now.
And Sami Zayn is now the United States champion.
Wow.
Again. I love it.
He all he did was just did what Cody told him. Took advantage when the advantage was there.
Yep.
Well, and what Randy said, right? Because he asked if, what does that make you a bad guy? And he's like, no, it makes me a 15 champion. And you can't argue with the facts. You can't argue with the accolades. You can have your favorites out there, but I mean, 15 over no time does look a little bit better.
Wow.
Now, does he have some answers to say about or to Carmelo? Maybe. Does Elliot get a little upset with the way he won the title? Yeah,
but
maybe.
Mello has a right to be upset, but Trick hesitated and let Sammy duck out of the way and took the shot at Mello.
That's debatable. Oh my God.
And now
Jacob
Jacob's in the
Fatu
building.
walking in the building. Holy. Limping in. Woo.
I mean, another stip that makes a lot of sense for these guys is last man standing. The question is, why are they still walking, still staying up?
Jacob's headed to the ring.
After
yeah, you've seen that too, eh? So you see that WWE club thing, or is it Club WWE? I typed that in,
Yeah.
and it brings up a certain group. So
Yeah, you Googled that, and it's probably brought you to Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, the club, as they were known as in the WWE.
Yeah.
But as everyone has taken some time to maybe figure that out, let's figure out just a little bit more about the great products you can get at Turnbuckle Studio /org or .org/shop. I might not say it, but you need to click it.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And since OM Dynamic has decided to take a poopy, we will tell you turnbucklestudios.org/shop is the place for a whoopee. Why? Because you want to whoop that trick every time that you support Turnbuckle Studios. Because if you want to match his lemon pepper steppers, then you can grab a piece of merchandise to help support your favorite content creators. And that is the host. That is the most of Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, where if people said, well, you guys mentioned this a lot, that's right, because if you didn't know, Logan Thomas is now a part of the family through the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, and you can follow Logan's steps, and you can be the next member of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program and part of the Turnbuckle Studios family. And all you have to do is go to turnbucklestudios.org. And then if you go to /shop, you can buy some of that gear too, because I'm sure you're going to want to work towards looking that part. That's a long poopy he's taking too. Bobby coming in saying he's enjoying the SmackDown security detail. Now, we gotta wonder, because Trick Williams did get a WrestleMania match. We didn't see who it was against or what the scenario was. We know that he's accidentally helped Sami Zayn win that United States Championship.
Yep.
Do we think it's Carmelo Hayes who goes up to Nick Aldis and demands a rematch for that title? And then maybe he gets that match before Trick, and then Trick gets mad, does it again, and this is how we go to that definitive Trick is getting there? Or do we think we're going to see something definitive tonight?
Because the way it looks right now is it looks like it could be a triple threat match for that U.S. title, as it's.
Well, let's not forget Ilya Dragunov.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of our new U.S. champion,
This is where we find out, yeah. There you go. It's official. Get her done. Wow.
So another match is now added to WrestleMania. OM Dynamic. Did you hear Trick Williams will battle Sami Zayn for the U.S. title?
I didn't hear, because as soon as Nick was about to say it, somebody got loud in the chat. But I am intrigued. I do think that Trick is going to walk away with the U.S. title at WrestleMania. But I am intrigued.
I'm intrigued to see what Jacob Fatu's got to say as he makes his way to the ring.
I think Carmelo Hayes is going to insert himself into that match though at WrestleMania, and it's going to be a triple threat more than likely.
Bobby, I can't believe you're standing around and taking that from OM Dynamic. He called you loud, bro.
I was waiting for Nick to actually say it was going to be a ladder match, but
Well, maybe I'll say it later in the show. Now, we have been seeing the FAFO thing over on Raw with Paul Heyman. Now we have the F around and try us on the shirt of Jacob Fatu. Who
Fatu.
is us?
The Samoans. It's the Samoans.
Or does it say Trius?
No, Us is
Missing a letter.
UCE.
Missing a letter.
Oh, two, because Us is. If you put an E, it's use. Come on, people.
I'm a country boy from the Hicks sticks. I don't know how to spell.
Fatu is looking a little big right now. I don't mean that in a negative way. See those traps?
Oh yeah, he's
Boy's lifting, that's for sure.
Fatu is fired up.
Well, it is WrestleMania season.
Barely standing, but yeah, you're standing.
Emphasis on the word standing. I think maybe we are going towards the last man standing match.
Yeah.
Not to mention how frequently he mentioned you couldn't keep me down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Drew McIntyre making at least his theme's playing here. I can't see him. There he is. He's moving slow too today.
Good thing this show's 3 hours.
Right? It's gonna take him half an hour just to get there.
he's doing his best Undertaker entrance right now.
It'll be WrestleMania 44 by the time he gets here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's another amazing vest by Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Fire's being equaled by Drew McIntyre. Sounds like all that's missing is a match.
Yep. Where's the boss? Yeah. You just literally told a Samoan to forget your kids. They don't mean nothing. That's not smart.
Well, I mean, it's no different from Brock Lesnar or Heath Slater.
Oh, there's the boss. Oh, what's the deal?
Unsanctioned.
I'm saying shit yet. I want to sell. Unsanctioned. Yeah, buddy. Woohoo! Whoop, whoop.
And for the first time, we got a specific date for a match.
Right?
April 18th, Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu in an unsanctioned match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I gotta say, Nick Aldis, thank you for making my editing job easier by saying that.
Both right. We're backstage now.
Do we find out at WrestleMania in that unsanctioned match who actually took Jacob Fatu out?
We could, but is it really relevant at that point?
I mean,
Kind of,
it'd be
yeah.
a great, it'd be a great like way just to kind of finish it.
Yep.
Or we got Matt Cardona now with Zelina Vega and Aleister Black.
I agree with Matt Cardona. What was that? Wow. Good job, Tippy.
And this is how Chelsea Green enters the fold.
Yep.
Well, for a second, I thought Giullia was coming out without Kiana James. I was going to ask where she was, but she showed up.
So did I. I didn't see her, and then all of a sudden there's that silhouette shows up in the back. This is a very, very intriguing match.
Kiana James. It's a match for Giullia.
Do we get our second United States Championship title change of the evening?
No.
No, because this isn't the championship match.
Yes, it is.
It's been flashing up all
Pretty
night
sure
as a
it is.
non-title match.
I don't see the point of the match then.
Yeah.
Let me rewind a little bit here.
But as we get time on that, and Bubba, you have time to go, let's know what is coming up every day in the world of Turnbuckle Studios. And that is content. So check these out.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we go TNA as we brace for Impact at 9 p.m. On Fridays, join us for the SmackDown SecuiryDetail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later that night, we have the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. And please visit turnbucklestudios.org.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all of our programming here each and every night of the week, not counting special events such as the PLE Patrol or watch parties for other events. But now we want you to meet the team. Chris Best, Chris Parrish, Bubba Duke, myself, Carl Carafel, and a potentially new joining member. Anyways, click on our names under the host section, get a little description about us, get our socials, and watch our latest weekly live episodic shows. All of that and so much more at turnbucklestudios.org, the home of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
But yeah, WWE's reporting it's not a championship match.
Yeah,
Why do we have it?
ads neither. So, what's the point of the
My
match?
guess
then?
is if Tiffany wins, she gets the shot.
This has been building.
What has she done to earn
Last
it?
week they said it was for the championship, and I thought I saw something earlier when I first came in that it was for the title, but I don't know.
Well, we'll have to wait and see for sure if they say
What has she done to earn it, though?
said she wanted it.
She didn't win the chamber. She did like she's on the same path as Cody. You don't win the Rumble, you don't win the chamber, but you still get a title opportunity, or you get I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like why is she in a position like other people aren't? And that's my thing. It's like it
because I remember she beat Kiana last week, and Giullia said she wanted the match tonight.
Yeah, but
yeah. So this is how you build Tiffany to that matchup. Because if it was a title match tonight, then what would she have done in the previous leading up to tonight to get the title shot? It's not what she's done; it's what she's going to do to get the championship match.
I don't know. Cody Rhodes got the world title shot by losing,
right?
Yeah, but Nick Aldis was sick and tired of Drew McIntyre always interfering and costing Cody the title.
Well, then have better security, like we do on security on detail.
Right?
You don't see anybody randomly popping up on our show that's not invited.
There's 4 of us on shift tonight here for the security detail.
I guess you did pop up today. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just too much of a thrusting somebody into something by force without a real story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too, compressed. So I think I want to see Chelsea Green or Alba Fire get involved.
And let's not forget, though, that all these possible feuds that we're seeing, some of them may not even end up at WrestleMania.
Right. Tiffany wearing some very Divas title inspired gear.
I do like the fact that she's gone away from like the pink being the primary. She's choosing some different colors for her outfits.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they show the game rating for 2K26. And it's funny.
And their renders from the game as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, that's been overdone now. It was good for a novelty when it first started. Now I'm just tired of it.
The game's only been out like 2 weeks, though.
Yeah, but still, they were doing it before the game even launched.
They do it every year, so get used to it.
Yeah, like I said, it's good for a novelty pre-launch and then shortly after, but now it's just too much.
There's somebody walking through the crowd with a giant Club WWE poster. Not sure if you guys caught that there. That was crazy.
Yeah, they're definitely promoting something with that. Ow.
I'm curious to know what it is, because I know it's not related to that group because they're off doing their own thing somewhere else.
They're busy over in MLW right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know it's not them, so what is it?
Club WWE, I believe, is for like
I think that's something
priority pass and stuff like that for tickets.
Well, it's something we're going to have to look at for Turnbuckle Talk.
Can you please? Can you look into that for us as a fan?
Or even if we get some information before Sunday morning, Parrish could possibly talk about something about that as well on the Chris Parrish podcast.
If he chooses. Yeah. We got the champ just rolled out. Commercial break again.
Sorry, Parrish, you were saying?
We'll see what happens on Sunday. Just have to tune in to find out.
Oh no, there we go. Okay. I'm not used to just a black screen, right? I'm used to they put something up. That freaked me out. Thought my feed died. Excuse me. Okay, that was interesting. Clash in Italy. Get ready, people. Sunday, May 31st.
Yes, and there is a ticket where you can make pizza with a WWE superstar that is $11,500.
Pasta,
That's an
not
expensive pizza. Oh, it's pasta? Oh,
Pasta
okay.
pizza.
Put your glasses on, old man. That's okay, dude. I didn't even see pasta, pizza, anything.
Well, no, but that's because, like me, you get it in front of you and it's gone in 10 seconds.
Yeah, dude, I can't read that fast. But they've left that. up there a nice long time for you. Oh, then and you got boogies all over your fingers
She was
now.
digging for. I was going to say she was digging for treasure.
That is not where I'd hide my treasure.
I don't want to know where you hide your treasure.
In a ground hole. There you go. And I know I said that backwards. Crowd's not really into this match, eh? They never come back from first break. Oh, gee.
Oh.
Wow. Ooh, what a clothesline.
I was going to say, I like how hard hitting this match has become. Because we all know Giullia and her style. She's a bit of a hard hitter, and I'm kind of liking that Tiffany is matching that with her right now.
Yeah.
It's also another time I've seen somebody do the DX chop on the crotch, and it's getting to the point where it's overdone now.
Yeah, it's like everybody wants to do it now.
Like, I remember even when the new, like when Triple H took control and whatever, you saw a lot of people doing it, and it's like, okay, come on.
Right?
Rhea was doing it a lot at that time.
Rhea still does it a fair amount. We've seen Charlotte and Alexa really starting to pull it out a lot lately.
Wow. Really back and forth. Nope, didn't work.
You are right, though, Bubba, about the crowd kind of being on there.
Right? It's really like if there's some noise, but not like it was for the match before or the match before that. It's kind of just died out.
I do think you got to get away from entrances of somebody, and then you cut to a backstage segment, and then have match. Just do the match, do the segment after.
Oh,
well, if you want
But
hard
she
hitting,
almost, yeah, she landed
almost
really
missed it
hard
right
on that one.
Tiffany got any higher, I think, well, we would have seen what Giullia was eating in catering.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
That was rough. Well, there's payback. Kick her in the gut. No, that didn't work. Yeah, that you ain't getting up there, sweetheart. Come on. Yo, should have done that. Yeah.
Yeah, allowed enough time for Giullia to get the knees up
Yeah,
and to take the win.
Nice. Perfect distraction by Kiana James.
And Tiffany Stratton can't really blame her because she didn't get physically involved.
Nope.
It's a distraction, sure, but ultimately Tiffany Stratton took her eye off her opponent and got caught.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yep.
Lyra and Bailey are here.
We saw them earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Well, how come they're walking in with their bags right now?
They're leaving?
I don't remember seeing them earlier in the show.
Yeah, during the Bellas and Charlotte and what's the match?
Oh. Yeah, sorry. My brain's not braining right now.
See, people, this is why we ask for help. Because all of us have brain farts. Every single one of us.
Oh, Randy Orton's back on the phone. Oh, he's going to see the person soon. Dun, dun, dun.
Bobby got some too. But I have to think this is going to be the main event as we still are expecting the return of Cody Rhodes at some point. So,
Yep.
could we even see by tonight who Randy Orton was talking to on the phone?
Maybe.
I was literally just going to say that because he did say, "I'll see you soon" when he hung up the phone there.
That's intriguing. I
But
don't
that soon
think
could
it
be
will be
tonight or within the next 3 weeks, of course.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be tonight. I do think it's going to be at night 1 of WrestleMania.
And just to maybe give a little bit of maybe, in my opinion, of what that Club WWE could be. Could it just be like a membership that WWE has, that if you are a part of Club WWE, you are available to get maybe a percentage off ticket sales. You're off. Maybe it becomes like a monthly charge that you have to spend like maybe $20 a month, and you can get like specific deals off, whether it's on the shop or at live events or things like that. If you present your club card or your club thing at the merch booth, you get like additional money off when you go buy merchandise. I don't know.
And to tack onto that, could it be a monthly service that not only do you get those deals that you mentioned, but maybe you get like a monthly loot crate kind of thing as well?
If you're American, maybe you don't have to spend more money on Netflix. Sorry, guys. VPN, go to Canada. It's the one thing we got over you.
It's the
Yeah, I did
universal.
See I did.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I did see a news report that Netflix is looking to jack the prices up for U.S. customers.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say they already have.
Yeah, I went into effect already. But since we're kind of on our last commercial break for SmackDown, or at least one of the last ones, let's get ahead of that help wanted thing. We talked earlier. Sometimes we just aren't having our day. Sometimes we just want that involvement. Home dynamic. You said potentially we had somebody new. We've already discussed that. But we all know that tapping in is a gateway to success. So if you want to become the next member of Turnbuckle Affiliation Program and Turnbuckle Studios, this is how you go about it.
A Turnbuckle Affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And there once again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. Please hit that join button. Tell us how you can help us, how we can help you. We can sit down as a collective and figure out the right fit. All of that and so much more at turnbucklestudios.org.
Yeah, that's American exclusive, the club WWE.
So who does everybody think that Randy Orton is talking to on the phone?
Oh god, it could be anybody really, but it's probably The Rock manipulating him. I mean, I'm hoping it would, and I'm kind of like, hey, what if it was John Cena, working him in the background? But I know that's not gonna happen. One of those what ifs, right?
Yep.
I kind of have a wonder if maybe this is Randy Orton trying to maybe bring up his new version of like a legacy or something. And if it's somebody completely different, we all saw like how important Paul Heyman was to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Just throw everybody for a loop. Why not a William Regal?
Whoa. Take my money.
Mr. Best?
I mean, we did discuss this earlier tonight, and we also heard like the rumors of Kevin Owens being one of them, and the one that I don't like, The Rock. I don't want The Rock anywhere near WrestleMania this year.
Would be nice.
No, I do believe that it is Kevin Owens. We know that, yes, they were supposed to have the match last year, but I do believe that it is KO who turned his back on Cody and now is going to encourage Randy Orton to once again find that killer instinct.
But is Kevin Owens cleared to even be around the ring because his neck healed?
We do not have an update on that yet.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be in the ring. He can just show up as moral support.
All right. I do want to point this out. We're seeing the graphics for WrestleMania, and it is almost pretty much guaranteed that Roman and CM Punk are main eventing night 2, which is April 19th. But they have the same graphics as Drew and Fatu, who have been stated that they are at night 1 of WrestleMania.
Could that have been a mix-up on Nick Aldis's part now?
I don't think so.
No.
But it makes me wonder, what is the point of the graphic differences? And do we see other people having different graphics now? As we have Roshan gaming clips coming in saying, what's going on in SmackDown? Well, we have a brand new United States champion in Sami Zayn. And we do now know that Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu are headed towards an unsanctioned match at WrestleMania on Saturday, April 18th. And there you go, Punk and Reigns, similar graphics, and we all know that that is most likely the night 2 main event.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're doing a swerve, and that is not the night too. I'll put it. Is it a mistake if CM Punk and Roman Reigns do not main event night 2 of WrestleMania?
That is a
Yes,
huge
because
mistake.
I feel like that's the bigger feud going on right now. I've always also been on the side that the winner of the Royal Rumble should be the night 2 main event, the men's or women's, whichever one is the bigger feud that you're building towards.
True.
Yeah, and Roshan, we appreciate you joining us right now on YouTube. And if you are liking what you're seeing, please help us by hitting that subscribe and follow button on the YouTube side of things. And if you can, like the video and let us know what your thoughts are about our content.
Randy Orton looking back over his shoulder.
You can't see me, Randy Orton, but I bought your merch.
Right? Right? I gotta move that. Wow. This is gonna be. Do you think this is gonna be a quick match, and then some shenanigans after with stuff being people coming out, that kind of thing? What do we think is gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean,
I think Cody's probably going to get involved here.
I was going to say, as Parrish alluded to, he said, I guess we're waiting on the return of Cody Rhodes tonight. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Randy go for something to get a DQ early, and you're going to see Cody come out and cost. I wouldn't be surprised if this is where potentially we get that stipulation, because we've been hearing the reports that this match could be moved to a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if we'll see a stipulation just yet. It's still very early, but I think right now, if we do see Cody Rhodes, I just want to see Cody's response to that beatdown from the contract signing. Mm-hmm. And then I want to see kind of just how different of a Cody Rhodes we see. Does he become a little bit more vicious? Does he become a little bit more, I don't care about your health because you didn't care about mine? Do we see that vindictiveness out of Cody Rhodes when he comes back?
Right.
Huh.
Well, and I know I asked this question, and I know Mr. Best has given his answers. Randy's attack during that contract signing, was that a response from WWE and Randy Orton to the fan backlash over Cody regaining the title?
I think it was more of a way to get fans involved in this and seeing how different of a side that could be. Mm-hmm. In retrospect, we are seeing face with Roman and Punk, and really the only heel there is whoever's perceived to be them by the individual fan. Because if you're a fan of CM Punk, Roman Reigns is your heel. If you're a Roman Reigns fan, CM Punk's your heel. If neither one of them are your top guys, you might be indifferent of who you think is the bad guy. You're just looking at it very much as a casual, like as a fan of liking both. I don't think they wanted that on the similar side with Cody and Randy Orton, where they wanted to at least put a little bit of maybe more direct heel versus babyface.
Right, and I went to that point, but then we've been hearing the crowd cheer Randy a lot louder since they're seeing this heel persona from him.
Again, it's perspective,
And
I think.
Yeah, and it depends. Will they boo Cody Rhodes because of it, or are they just cheering Randy because, just like when Becky Lynch tried to turn on Charlotte, the fans said, "We ain't booing her." Is it more of a situation the fans are just choosing not to boo Randy Orton? If that's the case, maybe we do see a switch. Maybe, just maybe, we get that double turn like we've seen before.
Yeah.
And yes, Bess will say WrestleMania 13 with Steve Austin and Bret Hart. Maybe, just maybe, we see a little bit of a flip in the script as the story progresses.
Oh, there you go. Best they have Bad News Brown on there now. On the graphic for the Hall of Fame. That's cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected them to add him to the commercial because they just announced Bad News yesterday. So
he's in that commercial, graphic and all.
WWE is very quick on that stuff, though, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think they'll always have that stuff done prior to the announcement. The announcements is like the last thing in the process.
You would think, Matt Cardona just sliding in there. It just vintage Orton just starts stomping the crap out of him.
But a very aggressive Matt Cardona right now.
Yeah, using that wrap. I wouldn't even call it a cast.
Well, and that's the thing. Should he have been disqualified for using it as a weapon? But I will say this: if medical is saying he's allowed to compete with it on, it's part of his gear.
Yes, as far as I'm concerned,
it's exactly what Jesse Ventura used to say about Bob Orton in his cast, and it's exactly what the King used to say about Owen Hart in his cast.
Yeah, it's part of the gear. He's in the crowd like, no, I'm not having nothing to do with this.
I literally thought Wade Barrett was right there. I didn't think he was in the crowd.
No, he's like, I'm staying out at Orton's Way, and he jumped the barricade. Lost his headset and everything.
But ever since we saw Matt Cardona return to WWE, we were kind of wondering what he's going to be doing. And we've seen the occasional, hey, I'm going to answer the Open US Challenge. We have that little thing with Kit Wilson. Now we're seeing Matt Cardona in a very big storyline involving Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Do we think this is the introduction to Matt Cardona as one of the top players on the SmackDown brand?
I certainly hope so, because he put in a lot of work in the Indies to build his credibility up, and if it worked for Drew, because Drew did the same thing. Drew left, went on the Indies, built himself a career, came back, and he's now a multi-time WWE champion. Why can't it work for Matt Cardona?
I think this is
for Cody Rhodes.
I think this is an introduction to the fans for Matt Cardona and not Zack Ryder. I don't see Matt Cardona being in that as a major player yet. I'd like to see him get in there, get that secondary title, and have a significant run with it before you can really push him. And I understand because he's got that history and friendship with both Cody and Orton. So I understand why he's in this spot, because he's acting as that buffer. But I think this is a way for the fans and maybe the fans who didn't know Zack Ryder, to get to know Matt Cardona as a competitor.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? There's a lot of these, and you can see them along the entryway. A lot of the young fans that don't have a clue who's Zack Ryder. I don't know, it's Matt Cardona. Their parents are going, "Oh, it's Zack Ryder." Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree. This is a way for them to get to know him.
Matt
But-
Cardona was on Cody
Go
Rhodes'
ahead.
What Do You Want to Talk About
Yeah.
podcast, and he did say the two things. He's like, a lot of the WWE universe may not know Matt Cardona, so they don't know what Matt Cardona did on the indie scenes. So in a weird way, he is almost reintroducing himself
Yes.
again as Matt Cardona. But he also did say this phrase, which I think is beautifully summed up. Zack Ryder died so Matt Cardona can live.
Yes. I was yeah, you made my
Mhm.
point for me. Thank you. But as far as him being marked as one of the more top echelon guys by being involved in this, it definitely gives him a push in that direction. So what he does with it and what they do with him as far as this upward roller coaster that he's clicking up, I mean, still to be
Mhm.
seen. I hope he gets, like I said, mid-title,
Yeah.
grab that, run with it, and then move up to the very top, to be top of the echelons of heavyweight titles and stuff. For sure. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, and let's not forget that when Drew made his return, it did take him still a minute or two to get up to the main event status. I mean, he came in, he ran roughshod over NXT, then came up and was partners with Dolph Ziggler for a time before
Mhm.
they really molded him into the character we know him as now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, but with Drew McIntyre, he went back to NXT, became champion pretty quickly, and then
Yes.
when Matt came in, then when he joined the main roster, yeah. And I think that's kind of the difference between where NXT was then and what it is now. I think,
Mhm.
from what I understand, Triple H got a lot of pull of getting talent signed just to be NXT, and then when they became perceived to be big deals, Vince would say, "I want them on the main roster," only because he knows that they were doing good work. But then he gets to the creative stuff, and then all of a sudden, Karrion Kross is looking like a Mad Max side character.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, there
feel
was a
though,
lot of disconnect between Triple H and Vince at that time.
yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I feel now too though that the character themselves have a little bit more say on where they're going and how they can tell the storyline that they want. You know, we want you to start here, but we want you to end here. How do you feel you got to get there? And then they have the ability to say, well, I'd like to try this, this, this. And they go, well, how about we do this? Your idea here, but we do our idea here. Randy Orton just wins
And
the
Randy
match. By the
Orton
way.
is just take the win.
Now, is this where we see, because we still have 10 minutes before the end of the show, right?
Yeah.
Or 11?
Well, the one thing too of what we
go
saw
ahead.
was a slower, methodical approach in this match by Randy Orton. So if you're saying that he's getting cheered, yeah, he might get cheered because people like to sing his song.
Oh, look whose bus is
But
showing up, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
I don't think you're
there's
really
Cody's
cheering
bus.
Randy Orton with how he won that match.
Yeah. You definitely seen a different pace to Randy Orton tonight. Look, Cody is here.
Cody's
go.
here, about to show Randy Orton. Finish the song, people.
Nope, I'm good.
Oh, come on.
Oh, there's another
Can't
shameless
be a
plug
boy
for the
band
pop
if you
right there
don't join in.
on the side of the truck there. You know, when I was little, I watched WWE drive through my hometown, and I was like, "Oh, I want to drive one of those trucks." Because I love driving transport. I drive transport now, and I still go, "Oh, I'd love to drive one of those trucks." A little
They
kid in
drove,
me is
they
like,
drove through they drove through our city last year too on the way to Toronto for Elimination Chamber.
missed it. I was working at that point too, so I think.
Yeah, I saw, I think, a convoy of 4 of them.
Yeah, there's
They
about
also
4 or
did
5.
it. They did it the year before as well when they were going to Winnipeg for a show.
Mm-hmm. Cody's taking his sweet time getting to the ring there.
Yes, and Cody didn't even bring the belt with him.
It's under his jacket. I'm joking. I have no clue. He probably left it in the bus. What's the point?
Yeah, I'm thinking
I
at this
think
point,
what
Cody's probably
Cody Rhodes
thinking
is
that.
thinking has far surpassed champion and title.
Yeah, That's exactly what I was going to say, Parrish. This is more about personal revenge than the championship for Cody right now.
Yeah. In all honesty, I know the title makes a bit of a difference in this story, but is it really that big a deal in this story to have the title involved?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's exactly why Randy Orton wanted this. He wants to be a 16th, or he wants to be that 15-time world champion, right? He's currently 14, wants to become number 15. It does matter.
Surely roll.
Only 2 people in the game have been 15-time champions
Okay.
in the WWE landscape. But
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. I just wanted a clarification because, I mean, to me, I feel even if you didn't have the title involved in this match, I'm still paying to watch it because of the history behind these two gentlemen, where they grew up, how they grew up, their dads, blah, blah. The whole story is just intriguing to me. But again, there's alternative agendas on Randy's side as far as I want that title. Understandable. Can get behind it.
well, and that's just it. It's like he wants it so bad. He's willing to do everything to get it. And now Cody Rhodes thinks he values the title more than their friendship.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So for one person, it's business. For another person, it's personal.
Yeah. I mean, it gives the whole story that aspect. Makes it more intense, for sure. I'm just saying, if there was no title, I would still be watching this. Oh, we got the crew coming out to stop this. I do like his jacket, though. I'll give you that. That's pretty interesting. Oh, Nick Aldis being like, think about WrestleMania, don't do this. Cody's like, too bad, I'm going to talk to him. Oh, yeah, so much for talking. Good old
Well, they're talking. They're just talking with their fists and their feet.
Yeah, I mean, wait, you're not linguistic enough in the fisticuff language?
Let me translate. That one means I hate you. The next one means you're dead.
No, that's just like, oh, how's your day going? How are the kids?
How are the kids, right? How's the wife?
Oh,
Oh,
what's your Waffle House order?
what's your Waffle
that one was Randy Orton trying to offer Cody a seat.
Yeah, let's go to the Waffle House. Here's your chair.
Remember that time in Legacy that
Oh, that's great. I love it. Oh, he's going for the eyes. Oh.
see, and that
Goodness.
was just remember. It's like, hey man, have you seen have you seen your eye doctor yet? I think you need a new prescription. That's all it was.
Yep.
I'm surprised Cody didn't go up into the ring. Oh. don't have enough security or officials. Look at them all.
At some point, I wonder if these guys are just like, let's make these security guys just look and feel like they're not doing their job.
Right.
Right.
I really would love to know how many of these people, like how many performers are messing with the extras at this point.
Some local guys that they picked up. Here, you're going to be security tonight, and this is what's going to happen. Well, Jordan just about ate it.
This is such an old school build up too.
Right? Like, this is something that their dads would have done. For real.
This is very much Attitude Era with Stone Cold and whoever he was feuding with.
Oh, yeah. That too, right?
I mean, this is, Stone Cold Rock 100%.
You just made that ref eat that chair. A whole stack of people behind that table now. Oh, if that thing collapses,
trying to stop that, Randy was just making sure that WWE was well stocked on WWE officials right there.
Right. That official's got to go on vacation, right? So here you go. Don't miss your plane.
Now even Little Nate is out there to try and separate things.
Right? Like, holy.
Yeah, Little Nate is like, hey guys, can you maybe tear down the ring a little bit just to make our jobs a little easier?
Right,
After this
right. Can you take the off there, break the loosen a rope or something?
Loosen those ropes, please. It's like Lesnar did when he brought that tractor in. Helped us out a lot.
Right? He just folded the ring.
Or when Nexus showed up and demolished everything at ringside.
Yes, but they didn't put it back properly. They just left the mess when they were done.
Wow. All right, boys, you got a minute. Figure it out.
They're not going to figure it out.
This is how we're going to.
They may figure it 4, but they won't figure this out.
Hey, there's Jelly Roll.
Something tells me Jelly Roll's going to take an RKO.
For the one. I'm 500. I want in on this match. Triple threat.
Jelly's saying that's your friend, and Cody's going, no, it's not.
Yeah,
RKO.
Jelly's going to get an RKO here.
I'm so. Oh, that's the best RKO I've seen in forever. Oh, I'm crying over here. That was funny. Leave it there. I'm done. Let's go home. Oh, that's funny.
Now,
No,
what if,
now
and this
Cody's
is
got to
something
get
I
the
don't really
crossroads in.
want to see, but what if Jelly Roll becomes like the special referee for this matchup?
Why?
Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that.
No.
He's been getting involved in this situation for the last couple weeks.
But so did Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
I think it's just building stories for after.
For all we know, the stuff with Matt Cardona may not be done.
That was epic. I don't care who you were. That was awesome.
What?
Holy.
Yeah, but as we wrap it up and we see the big red end there, I think it is time we give out our socials and let everybody know what we thought of the show, starting with you, Bubba.
Wow. That show was on par for what I would expect when we're, what, 21 days away from WrestleMania, people. Like, the heat is building, the tension is building. I'm ready for WrestleMania right now. Like, Jelly Roll ate a RKO better than I've ever seen any celebrity take an RKO. And Vince has taken a couple, and I'm telling you, Jelly just beat him. You guys want to check me out on YouTube, Bubba Duke Show. Over there on Twitch, it's Borsness with Bubba Duke. But really, in all honesty, you want the quickest way to find my product? Go to turnbucklestudios.org. Everything's over there that you need to know about me and how to find me the quickest. Thank you.
All right, and over to you, Mr. Parrish.
Yeah, you can check out my link tree at Chris Parrish. You can also check out turnbucklestudios.org/host. Like Bubba said, same thing. Now, to correct you, we are 22 days. 21 days will just be 3 SmackDowns from now. But what I thought about the show, I love the fact that we're getting a clearer picture. You know, we got that match between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu finally announced for WrestleMania. First match to be given an actual date. And then we got a little bit more clarity on the tag team scene. Yes, it's really about those 4 teams. So is it going to be what we think, just a fatal 4-way? Is it going to be something more? It'll be interesting to see what Nia, Lash, Lyra, and Bayley do on Monday and how that escalates. And then we saw a little bit more with Carmelo Hayes losing the championship because of Trick Williams. Trick Williams, Sami Zayn, now official for WrestleMania. Great show. I thought it was a great clarity thing. Let's get the ball going. We are now cooking going to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
All right, OMD.
To bunk off of what Parrish said, I think that now the road to WrestleMania is full speed ahead. You're on that straightaway. We've got the clarity. We know what's coming. We know what to expect and when to expect it. For me, again, match of the night has to go to that U.S. Championship. I was surprised that Sami Zayn won it, but I'm not surprised that he's defending it against Trick at Mania. And I am anxious to see what they're going to do, if Trick is going to get that push right off the hop here, starting with that U.S. title at Mania. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for me, as both Bubba and Parrish have said, it's under the host section at turnbucklestudios.org, or it's my link tree at OMD Show.
All right, and over to me. So, yeah, I'm with OMD. That the match of the night definitely was the U.S. title match. I kind of suspected Sammy was winning it when we saw Sammy coming out, because I was like, Sammy needs that path to WrestleMania, and they started setting up the Trick stuff before the match. But I do think that it's not going to be Sammy versus Trick for the U.S. title. I think it's still going to be a triple threat. I think we're going to see Carmelo Hayes find a way to put himself into that matchup. But yeah, tonight's show was just firing on all cylinders, just as every show should be from here on out to WrestleMania. Actually, personally, all the shows all year long should be firing on all cylinders. But if you want to find me at my socials, guys, it's very simple. It's my link tree, lanktr.ee/Chris_best83. OMD, what are those words we like to go out on?
You're muted.
Ladies and gentlemen, please always remember the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.
Lights go down, the sirens sound. You know what time it is.